Hey guys, Turam here. We're back with another Draconia session. Um, I'm here today with Basilius, Tadal, and V. What's his name? Emlex left the game because of certain reasons. Uh, just didn't feel like they were vibing much, and I knew that was going to happen soon, anyways. Um, a lot of things happened because the party has decided to move to the floating city of Auroras for right now. And that's where they're at right now. Um, Downtime happened last session. A lot of stuff. Some of it is more important for Moria. But go watch those videos if you want to figure out what happened. Besides context clues here. Um, so, as morning comes, Moria, Pyre asks you to take her somewhere. You teleport her back, and well, not teleport her back, but yeah, teleport her back, and then teleport her away once more again with a few other people. You re-arrive at your tower at 9 o'clock in the morning. As you do so, Mint has awakened at this point and is getting dressed, getting ready for the day. Strectus has returned to Durath once more. He stops by every few days at least. And Okrin is in his room right now as well, sleeping. He's just bumming it out in your tower.
So I presume we've already gathered our items from the treasury.
I would say you take the next few hours to gather the next hour or two to gather your things from the treasury. Yes, which you were given because you helped defeat the treasury, as well as because you are fucking one of the lords of this fucking place, who might become into a polygamous relationship. Who knows? But the king is like, at least right now, it's just a booty call. So, as you've gotten your items, as Tadal has gotten their items, or should I say, Mint has gotten their items, and Oaken have gotten their items. The day is yours. It's about 10, 11 in the day. What are you doing? You're on the floating city of Auroras. Welcome.
Fuck. Okay. Okrin, Mint, is there something specific you want to do on the island?
Give Out of character, give me a sec to look at Okrin's goals to double check myself here. This is why I'm actually glad you had us write these down because it helps me a lot. On the island specifically, not really. It does not see. The architecture person here. I do believe the one I needed to speak to was called like Tsunami or something like that. That way I don't have to keep bumming in your tower.
Yes, I don't know where they are at the moment. Last I heard they were on a honeymoon?
So
I'm
this
unsure.
okay. That will have to wait then, I suppose.
They might not already be on it. I'm not sure when it happens, but there's something I need to do. If you all want to come with me, you may, but it relates to the sequestering of monarchy in Marstethith.
If it has anything to do with Moros, I'm more than happy to help you with that.
You may come if you wish. Mint, this does concern this timeline's, this is your actual brother or sister. I'm your sister from a different timeline, yes, but if you wish to come, you may. If you want to stay here, you may.
Out of character, I thought we found out that I was like your actual twin sister.
Oh, is this like my other timeline?
I was going with this timeline's version of her, but we'll roll actually. Moria, go ahead and roll D100 for me.
Okay.
Or we could say, if you guys want it to be that way, it could be that way.
Wait, so Moria was from a different timeline?
Yeah. I was going with it that way, but if you want it to be that way to all, I don't mind. That seems interesting after all.
That seems cool. Hold on.
It would explain why Ratusha's trying to hunt me the fuck down.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, hold on. Retcon. 5 minutes.
Okay. Sure. Sure. We'll say Maria forgot that because she's not used to having other people from the other timeline.
Yeah.
I wasn't there during the whole court sessions. I didn't know a lot about that.
Yeah, no problem.
Sorry, my mind is a bit jumbled. I'm not very used to having
your
other
mind's a
people
bit
from
jumbled.
different...
Your eggs are a bit scrambled. Continue.
Yeah. This concerns our, or this timeline's Moria or Moros, depending on how this goes. It's
Who?
it's us, or well, me from this timeline, and there was a court. I went to the Hells for a court case, as you might have known, but were too busy to show up. I understand, and I learned a lot of things, and got my contract unwritten, and I now have Auriel as a familiar, which is hilarious to me. But this Moros's mind is returned to what it should have been, and I'm unsure, or at least it should have, and I'm unsure of what that may mean. So I need to go to Marstetheth. Winter, the queen, has been turned back into child form, as I kind of gestured to her, who should be on my bed, I imagine. Not my bed, actually, guest room.
One that I'm staying in.
Two guest rooms. She'll probably be sleeping where
I will say
Kohana
she is really friendly with Kohana. Kohana and her get along really well.
Yeah. And she sleeps in Kohana's room. They're about the same age at the moment. But now that Wintier is a child, she can't, and she's been queen in her adult form for many, many years. She can't take power as she is now, and it's been 2 days since this happened, or 3 days maybe. And during that time, Moros, or Moria, maybe at this point, as Archmage, has taken over as matriarch or patriarch of the kingdom. And I need to see how things are going. I need to see if they are still twisted.
Well, based on what you're saying, they shouldn't be, correct?
They shouldn't be, and I hope so, but I must check all the same. I'm bringing along my simulacrum as well, in case, well, she's her own person now, but we are really the same. And going to, if needed, have her temporarily, or however this journey goes, maybe permanently, be Queen of Snowdin for a time, in my place. If this Moros or Moria can't live up to what needs to be done.
I see.
All right.
An interesting situation. I'm not entirely sure what else to say about it, really.
Well, she wasn't really talking to you, was she?
Oh no, I was listening in. I was trying to understand.
Okrin just steps out of the closet.
Okrin, how long were you in there?
Is that a time wizard behind you?
Yeah, we're walking.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. He pulls his cloak down. No.
I'm walking.
You guys re-emerged into Moria's room, is what I said. But yeah, understood. We'll say you were walking this entire time. Kind of just barged on the conversation, but yeah, I'm fine with you.
Yeah.
But at this point, you guys have gotten to Moria's tower and have gotten upstairs a bit at this point.
Yeah, so I need to go collect Simoria, my simulacrum Moria, and I might have to take Kohana and Wintier with me as well. I'm unsure if I want to leave them in such danger, or introduce them to such danger, but I figured with all the attacks that have been happening on the island recently, being in the kingdom might be far more preferable.
All right. Well, then let's go.
Thank you, Mint, for coming with me, and thank you, Okran. This is a very tentative, and it's a big deal for me. So thank you.
As you approach Kohana's room, a lot of you open the door and very quietly, because you don't hear any playing, you're like, what's going on? You quietly open the door, and you can see on the bed, red, as Kohana and Winter are holding each other very dearly while sleeping. And you can see that there are tart-filled pastries that have been eaten on the nightstand, and they seem not to have cleaned themselves off before hopping in bed, and there's just red all over the bed, jelly, just everywhere.
And how is my bone girl adopted daughter doing? Is she in here looking after him?
Mary's watching from Mary is snuggled in there as well.
Yeah. All right.
Your adopted daughter?
Yeah, because
Her adopted parents are dead, yeah.
Yeah, and I was the only one left. She has my last name, so my adopted daughter now. I don't want to wake them, but
You don't even think you can wake
Shit.
them. They look exhausted from like running around playing, and you see Kahana has a bruise of like magic on her face. Winter has a bruise of like a punch on her face. And Mary looks like her knuckles are bloodied.
what the fuck? I prestidigitation all of this. Get this mess out.
Okay.
They looked really cozy. I don't want to interrupt them like this. I guess Isabel can look after them.
Moo. You see Isabel like walk up behind you. Oh, hi there. Hi, Mint. Moria. How's it going? You about to get a move on?
God damn it, Isabel. I need you to stay here and look after my children. I have important political matters to attend to.
Only if you promise me a date later. I'm
Isabel,
just
this is
joking,
not the
dear.
time.
I'm just joking. But the offer stands. Same with you, Mint dearie.
Damn. Alright. Thank you, Isabel. Alright, is everyone else ready to go? Simomoria, I don't have a name for you, but get in here.
You see Simoria enters.
We're about to head to Marsetha to check in on the political situation, and if needed, you can be queen. If Moros or Moria this timeline is not sufficient.
Oh, dear, I would love to be queen.
Exactly.
I'd be more of a stand-in, though, because I'm not really that healthy, right?
Yeah, I know. You'd be a stand-in, and when the time comes, I would take over, and then you could come back here and be the president, be the headmaster of this magical school. Because, we love to teach.
Of course. How long has it been? It's been about a week. During the entire week, probably, too. Anyways, dear, I'm ready to go whenever you are. In fact, should I cast the spell?
Yes, you know about the teleportation circle in the laboratory?
Of course, dear. You and I are the same, after all. She's gonna, like, brush your cheek with her hand.
Alright, then,
We know each other very well.
yeah. You can see this weird sexual tension. Let's go.
It's you. Who else?
Yeah. Let's go. We don't have a lot of time to waste here.
And she goes, all right, then. She draws a circle, waits to finish it as you all step into it. Finishes the circle, slaps her hand on the ground, and you watch as magic spiders out through the circle as you all feel yourselves pulled from this area to another. As you appear in a rather well put together, well, I'd say it's a rather well destroyed laboratory. Different destroyed than the previous one when you came here. Last you came here, there were papers thrown around and there was a frantic search as if things had been upended, kind of destroyed. This is more, everything was put back into place and then they started breaking shit. Like someone had a mental breakdown here. However, you can see things are in repair at the moment. You can see a few skeletons are rushing up and like fixing up pieces of metal and wood. You can see they're attaching another tub or two of vats to some metal pipes. And you can see controlling them and telling them where to go with a clipboard in hands, and a tome on their side. Moria.
Oh.
As she stands there, she looks even more elegant than the one you know. Instead of the, how should I say, lavender eye, instead of the small tints of lavender that come through her hair, you can see these small tints of lavender with a little bit of aquamarine at the tips of them. You can see she stands nearly as tall as Moria, except her tits are bigger.
Damn it.
And she's not wearing the red coat that you wear. She wears this blackish leather duster in a similar fashion to yours of a Macintosh coat, but it has this frilled emerald green kind of fur along its edge, and it has frilled green emerald fur along the arms and along the entirety of it. You can see that it is definitely a magical coat meant for protection against weather and for travel. And she's also wearing a large... she's wearing the similar shirt to you, but instead of wearing pants like you, she's wearing this large skirt that would be at the bottom of a dress. It goes all the way down to her ankles, and it would look really bad if she would be tripping on it if she wasn't wearing high heels underneath, which are these beautiful rose gold high heels with an emerald green on the an emerald green kind of ribbon on the top of it, and she's wearing many ribbons as well. She seems to be looking around. She seems to be commanding the undead. Jeffrey, dear, please get the vat suited as soon as possible. I'm going to add some DNA to it to get a clone started. Dahmer, please stop. Not that. Bring that meat back to the fridge. Thank you. And you can see that this Moria, which you assume is Moros, has a different feel to them. A different vibe, if you will.
Nah, I'm going to write runes on your skeleton vibe anymore, huh?
No. It doesn't even feel necromantic.
Conjuration?
Possibly. As you...
Hold on, my dad's phone.
Of course. As you all fall into this space, you look around, and you can see the beautiful bluish lipsticked Moria. And she seems to take notice to you all, but doesn't say anything at the moment. She just gives a wave.
I hate to do this. I've been called for dinner.
That's fine. We can take a small break here and come back in like 10, 20 minutes if that's okay.
Sure.
Tadal, are you
I'm
fine
good
with that? Are you fine with that, Tadal?
Yep.
Okay. Anyways, we'll be back in 10, 20 minutes, everybody. Thank you for coming so far. Sorry about this.